everyone. My name is Justin Long. Um, you might best remember me. Some of you people might remember me from one of my most notorious moments of chasing Trudeau out of Hamilton during the Labor Day parade in 2019, the Yellow Vest movement. I'm very proud of that. It was during the Yellow Vest movement where I had the pleasure of meeting Paul Fromm here, and I had a picture taken with him. And I took a picture with him because he was somebody that ran for mayor, and I figured it was a good thing that he was coming to support us. Because of that picture, I was branded as a racist all around the city. Hamilton Spectator took a picture of me and my Jamaican girlfriend and cropped her out of the picture to call me a far-right white nationalist, and the media branded me as a racist. All because I spoke out against the UN Migration Pact back in 2019. And my big problem with that was Trudeau giving our sovereignty of our borders up. So the only reason I bring all this up is I think it's very funny and ironic that Paul Fromm shows up at a speech or a protest that is against hate speech. And like the irony of that is he's one of Hamilton's most branded as, I'm not saying he is, but he's branded as one of Hamilton's most notorious racists. And he shows up with a couple people not showing their face. I think it's kind of ironic and funny. And if he really did support these kind of things, he'd probably stay away from them and not show up to them. So I think Paul Fromm is a government agent, everybody. In the same sense as like the guy who ran through the Ottawa protest with a Confederate flag. Same idea, you know what I mean? Same way that Antifa activists are paid by the Liberal government. Same kind of idea. The ultimate goal is to divide the people, whether that's between right and left politics or cultural division, all that. So they can pass laws like C-9, which are branded to protect us from hate speech. Anyway, Angela mentioned Bill C-5, which is also an issue. It is a way for them to streamline projects and have a complete disregard for the environmental impact of that. I truly believe that they have to put that through in order to build more AI data centers, because they need that for their control grid that they are building. And these AI data centers have already used as much fresh water as the entire bottled water industry, just the ones that we built already in the last few years, and they need a lot more of them. So if they're going to keep building those data centers, they're going to have to disregard our environmental laws and the native population who are very passionate about protecting our environment. So I think that's par for the course on why they're trying to pass C-5, or why they just did, actually, sorry. Bill C-75 is to streamline catch and release with criminals and give them minimal sentences with minimal restrictions to have them back on our street again, which again leads to the division, divide and conquer, have us fighting with each other. That is the goal, because if we're busy fighting with each other, we're not paying attention to the tyrannical, authoritarian infrastructure that they're building around us. And now for Bill C-9, which is the crux of it, which is probably one of the most dangerous laws that we've ever had facing us. It is a complete infringement on our free speech. And I do agree with free speech wholeheartedly. I'll go so far as to say that I even agree with hate speech, because free speech is free speech. No matter how you cut it, you should have to be able to put up with people's opinions that you don't like Paul Fromm. I'll defend his speech even though I don't like it. And that's the idea about free speech. That's what should be protected. And I want you guys to notice that the first time that they tried to bring charges forth, as far as hate speech related, it was against Christian pastors speaking out against transitioning children, trying to defend children's rights. And that was branded as hate speech. So yeah, we're at a dangerous crossroad where Canada is going to lose freedoms that we have fought and died for to protect for since the founding of our country. And it breaks my heart. We need to stand up for these freedoms now, or we're going to lose them forever. Because once they do have this infrastructure of complete surveillance and complete control, social credit system, digital ID, infringements on our free speech, once we have all this around us and in place, it'll be twice as hard to fight to get them back, if not impossible. Look around the world, look at the things that they're doing. They already have robot AI police in Taiwan, and all this is in play for the infrastructure that they're building around us. If you can take one thing away from what I'm trying to warn you about, is to protect our free speech and resist the digital ID and digital control system that's being built around us at all cost with as much passion and as much resistance as you did fighting the war crimes and the COVID vaccines that they were trying to push on us, which I had the pleasure of trying to fight against in Ottawa. I guess that's it. Protect our free speech at all costs and resist the digital ID prison that they're building around us. Thank you for your time, everybody. God bless you.
So if I understand you correctly, Justin, what you said is you're going to say what Paul Fromm has to say. You don't agree with what Paul Fromm stands for, but you'll fight to the death his right to say it.
I probably don't agree with a lot of what Paul Fromm says, but I'll die for his right to say it. And I do think that Paul Fromm is a government agent. But other than that, yeah, that's what I said.
Hello everyone. Please help a struggling artist by sharing out this video of this artwork so that I can find people that like my art. This is my first original artwork that I am attempting to sell. So if you like this painting and would like to own it, then make me an offer. Thank you.